Deep in the vast expanse of the Pacific, amidst the scattered jewels of Micronesia, an enigma awaits. Far removed from the well-trodden paths of history, on the island of Pohnpei, lies a place unlike any other. A sprawling complex of stone structures, half submerged, half revealed by the tides. It whispers of an ancient civilization, a people whose ambition dared to reshape the very ocean itself. This is Nan Madol. A name that resonates with both wonder and unanswered questions. A floating labyrinth that defies easy explanation, nestled in one of Earth's most remote corners. Its very existence, a puzzle. What greets the eye is not a natural formation, but a deliberate act of creation on an astonishing scale. Imagine not just building on land, but conjuring land from the sea. This isn't an island settlement, it's a city of islands. More than 90 of them, each meticulously crafted, each a platform for monumental architecture. A feat of engineering that predates modern understanding by centuries. How did they begin? Where did they find the resolve to undertake such an immense project? The scale hints at a power, a vision, almost beyond human comprehension. The foundation itself adds another layer to the mystery. This monumental city wasn't simply built beside the water, but on it. Specifically, upon a vast coral reef. A natural submerged landscape, transformed into a stable base for heavy stone construction. This required not just vision, but an intimate knowledge of marine geology, of tides and currents, of how to anchor solid ground in an ever-shifting environment. To manipulate such a formidable natural feature, to subdue it for human design, speaks volumes of the builders' profound connection to their aquatic world. A place of staggering ambition. And what materials did they choose for this aquatic metropolis? Not bricks, not timber, but stone. Massive, heavy, unyielding stone. Primarily, the dark, volcanic basalt, forming colossal columns, along with chunks of coral boulders. These aren't merely building blocks, they are geological giants. Their sheer presence evokes awe and raises a fundamental question: where did these immense stones come from? And what force, what method, allowed them to be extracted, shaped, and then moved across challenging terrain, perhaps even open water? The raw material speaks to a power source we struggle to define. Consider the weight of these stones. Some of these colossal basalt and coral boulders weigh up to 50 tons. Imagine that. 50 tons. That's the equivalent of several full-grown elephants, or a modern battle tank. How were such immense masses handled by a pre-industrial society? There's no evidence of wheels, no draft animals, no advanced lifting machinery. The sheer physics involved in moving and precisely placing these stones, especially without mortar, remains one of Nan Madol's most profound and baffling secrets. A testament to immense labor, or something more? The construction method adds another layer to the enigma. These massive stones weren't mortared together with cement. Instead, they were stacked, layer upon layer, in a distinctive crisscross style. Imagine the precision required to balance such enormous, irregularly shaped stones, to interlock them without binders, to withstand the forces of nature, typhoons, earthquakes, the relentless ocean spray. This isn't crude building, it's a sophisticated, almost artistic form of dry masonry on a colossal scale. What knowledge did these builders possess to create such stable, enduring structures? A forgotten technique, lost to time? So, who were the architects of this astonishing place? Who commanded the resources, the labor, the knowledge to erect such a monument? History offers a name, the Saudeleur dynasty. These were the rulers, the orchestrators, behind Nan Madol's creation. But Saudeleur dynasty is merely a label. It tells us who, but not how. It hints at a powerful, organized society, capable of marshalling vast resources. A society that left behind little written record, allowing their greatest achievement to remain shrouded in myth and speculation. What kind of power did they wield? Nan Madol was not merely a residential complex. Its purpose was far grander. It served as the ceremonial and political capital of the Saudeleur dynasty. This was the heart of their dominion, the locus of all authority and spiritual life. Imagine grand ceremonies echoing through these stone corridors, political decisions shaping the fate of islands. It was a place designed to project power, to inspire awe, to reinforce the sacred authority of its rulers. A monumental statement of control over both land and people, a stage set for an elaborate and powerful society. From this floating fortress, the Saudeleur dynasty extended their dominion across the entire island of Pohnpei. Nan Madol wasn't just a separate entity, it was the centralized hub, the administrative center from which all power radiated. This implied a sophisticated system of governance, a hierarchy capable of managing resources and labor across a wider population. The reach of their authority was considerable, controlling the destiny of an entire island from a city suspended on water. A testament to their organizational prowess, and perhaps their unchallenged might. The Saudeleur dynasty, and thus Nan Madol, reached its zenith between 1200 and 1500 AD. For 3 centuries, this floating city was a vibrant, thriving center of power and culture. A golden age for Pohnpei, where monumental construction flourished, and a unique society thrived amidst the ocean. But like all golden ages, it was finite. What marked the beginning of its decline? Was it internal strife, external pressures, or an unseen environmental shift? The period of its peak is clearly defined, but its end is as abrupt as it is mysterious. A sudden silence fell. At the apex of this powerful society was a figure of immense authority, the sacred chief. This wasn't merely a political leader, but a spiritual one, imbued with divine power. This sacred chief held ultimate control, governing not just through force, but through a deeply ingrained belief system. This concentration of sacred and political power helps explain the grand scale of Nan Madol, a monumental testament to the chief's unchallenged authority and divine mandate. The reverence for this figure would have been absolute, influencing every aspect of life and death on Pohnpei. Despite its monumental scale and importance as a capital, Nan Madol was never a city teeming with ordinary inhabitants. The vast majority of the population, the common people, lived on the main island of Pohnpei. Nan Madol was reserved for the sacred chief, the nobility, and possibly priests and their attendants. It was an administrative and ceremonial hub, a dwelling for the elite, not a bustling metropolis. This makes its construction even more striking, an entire city built not for mass habitation, but for concentrated power and ritual. A stage for rulers, not for the masses. The true genius of Nan Madol's design lies in its intricate network of canals. These aren't just decorative features, they are the very arteries of the city, flowing between structures, some up to 150 feet wide. They allowed canoes to navigate effortlessly between the various artificial islands, connecting the ceremonial centers, residences, and storage areas. The canals were both infrastructure and defense, a watery labyrinth that guarded its secrets. This integrated design speaks to a people intimately connected to their marine environment, master navigators not just of the open sea, but within their own stone city. Beyond the stone and water, Nan Madol is steeped in the spiritual. Local folklore whispers of an ill god, a powerful deity worshipped by the ancient inhabitants. This isn't surprising for an island culture, deeply intertwined with the ocean and its creatures. Myths often encode truths about a society's values and beliefs, offering glimpses into their worldview. Was the ill god a benevolent protector, or a force to be appeased? The presence of such a legend suggests a rich spiritual life, a cosmology that likely justified the sacred chief's power and the monumental efforts to build Nan Madol. A hidden narrative. Among Nan Madol's many enigmas, one stands paramount, the mystery of how the stones were transported. The basalt quarry is miles away, across difficult terrain, or perhaps even over open sea. With no known technology for such a task, how did they move boulders weighing up to 50 tons? Legends speak of magic, of stones flying through the air. While captivating, these tales only underscore our lack of a concrete, scientifically accepted explanation. Was it ingenious leverage, a forgotten form of flotation, or a massive, coordinated effort of manpower that defies modern imagination? The sea holds its secrets close. Then, around 1500 AD, something shifted. The construction ceased. The sacred chief's rule ended. Nan Madol, this powerful, vibrant capital, was abruptly abandoned. The silence that fell over the floating city was sudden and profound. No gradual decline, no slow decay evident in the archaeological record. Just in cessation. What catastrophic event, what upheaval, could have led to such an immediate desertion? Was it invasion, famine, disease, or perhaps a more profound, spiritual reason? The answers are elusive, leaving behind only the cold stone, echoing with forgotten voices. The sudden abandonment left an indelible mark not just on the stones, but on the collective memory of the Pompeii locals. They avoided Nan Madol even centuries later. They called it a place of ghosts, imbued with a sense of unease, a lingering presence of the unseen. This fear, this reverence for the site's mysterious past, speaks volumes. What horrors or sacred energies were believed to reside within its crumbling walls? The local legends offer a human reflection of the archaeological enigma, a testament to a history too potent, too unsettling, to simply forget. A spectral city. Today, Nan Madol's remote location continues to guard its secrets. Far from major shipping lanes and tourist hubs, it remains largely untouched by the modern world. This isolation, which once protected its flourishing culture, now preserves its mystery. The encroaching jungle, the relentless tides, and the salt spray slowly reclaim what was built. Yet, its remoteness ensures that its silent stones continue to speak only to those who seek them out, hinting at a past that remains largely unwritten, a story yet to be fully understood. The silence is profound, the questions vast. Despite its enduring mysteries and remote location, Nan Madol's immense historical and cultural significance has not gone unnoticed. It has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. This global acknowledgement underscores its universal value, a testament to human ingenuity and the rich tapestry of Pacific history. This designation aims to ensure its preservation, protecting the stones that still stand, and the questions they still pose, for future generations. A global beacon, shining light on a local enigma, ensuring its silent narrative continues to be heard. Nan Madol stands as a monumental paradox, a known quantity, yet an unsolved puzzle. We know it was built by the Saudeleur dynasty, a ceremonial and political capital thriving from 1200 to 1500 AD, controlling Pompeii, its waterways navigable by canoes. We know of the sacred chief, the ill god, the 90 artificial islands built on a coral reef from 50-ton basalt and coral boulders, stacked crisscross. And we know of its sudden abandonment around 1500 AD, becoming a place of ghosts. Yet, the how of its construction, the why of its demise, remain tantalizingly out of reach. Nan Madol endures, a silent, floating labyrinth, inviting us to contemplate the profound depths of human ambition and the eternal allure of the unknown.